BTTP News, live with Natasha Longbottom as my co-host and I, Ricky Bobby, as your host.
Our sources have just given us new intel about Xenia pestis, better known as the Black Death.
We now go live to Clive Hipster with a report on Xenia pestis.
Thank you, Ricky. I'm here in Europe, 1347, where there has just been a serious outbreak of Xenia pestis. People have been known to die in 5 to 7 days after contracting this terrible disease. The town's in distress. Could this be the start of the next one?
Help me!
Get off me! Holy.
Clive, you alright?
Yeah, I'm right.
Are you sure, mate?
Yeah, I'm just feeling a little drowsy.
Hey, can we send a doctor back there, mate? He's not looking too good.
Nah, I'm fine.
Come on, Clive. You need a doctor.
No, I'm fine.
What's it? Clive! Clive! Let him. He's gone. We now go live to our scientist Bill Ross Joe, studying someone unfortunate enough to contract the terrible bubonic type of the plague. Thank you, Ricky. As you mentioned, I'm studying a pheasant with the disease. This person has been lucky enough to get the bubonic type of the Black Death. If you have contracted the bubonic type, this means your lungs will liquefy and you will cough them up and die. Within 4 to 7 days of contracting it, like I suspected, will this person. I think we should stand back and watch this unfold closely. Oh! He's done. It may not look too nice, but it's how it happens. Back to you guys.
Thank you. We've just been told that we have another scientist that has the septicemia type of the plague. We've been told his name is Frederick Jones. Here he is. Thank you, Natasha. I am here with a victim of the Black Death. This person has contracted the septicemia type of the Black Death, meaning that he will virtually bleed to death later. Fortunately, we've caught this guy early, so he will have about 3 more days to live. So my team and I will study him and observe him, and then we can send it off to our team so we can get a better understanding of this disease. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Frederick. We now go over to our info gurus, Jeffrey and Vincent Darsley, two brothers that have devoted their time to finding as much info as they can to make BTTP number 1. Thank you very much, Ricky. Over the past few weeks, my brother and I have been researching Xenia pestis, and what we have found has been extraordinary, disgusting, and intriguing.
Yes, very much. I guess we better get started.
I'll start off with the main parts and key information.
Yep. And I'll do the complicated bits, just for my puny little brother.
Hey, we're twins, smart one, we know the same thing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Anyway, the rats are the ones that hold, or Xenia pestis lives in the rats. Though you might think, why don't the rats die? Well, the thing is, originally they did, but over time they've developed an immunity to this, so now they don't really die, unless if one that's a baby has, or it hasn't got the bloodline of the immunity. Anyway, the Black Death wasn't originally spread by rats, unless if you got on the bad side of the rats. Anyway, the Black Death was given to humans usually and mostly by fleas. if it wasn't given to them by someone else who had the Black Death originally. Though you might think, how come the flea doesn't die? It's contracted the disease, so why doesn't it die? Well, no, it doesn't have an immunity like the rat does. The thing is, the rat has developed an immunity, but the flea has nothing to do with any immunity at all. It's rather the Black Death that has the effect on it. The Black Death has produced a toxin which blocks the abdomen of the flea, meaning that the flea never swallows the infected blood. So I guess they got lucky. So when it lands on a human, or an animal as such, it vomits out the infected blood, giving its victim the plague. The Black Death created a new crisis, how to dispose of the dead. In 1349 London, 300 graves had to be dug a day. You may think this is big, but this is nothing compared to 1349 in Abergon, where 11,000 people had to be buried each 6 weeks. But for peasants, this was in their benefit, if they didn't catch the plague, that is. The reason for this is that people, usually peasants, were paid highly to come into contact with people that had died of the plague. They were also paid to bury them.
Senior pestis claimed the lives of millions. It spread across Europe in years 1346 to 1353, and by 1448 it had travelled from Sicily to England, killing many in its path. It also went through Italy, France, Spain, Portugal,
England, Germany, and other places in between.
Anyway, many believed it was the end of the world,
With bodies being burnt to cover up the smell of death.
and people being buried like layers of lasagna.
For
For example, people, dirt, etc. You know what I mean?
Ew, that was disgusting.
You can say that again.
Yeah, who would like to be buried like that? Luckily, it happened 600 years ago. Anyway, back to you guys.
Okay. Oh, what? Oh, yes. Thank you for the intriguing information.
Yeah, it was very good. We've got one last question from our viewers.
And what's that exactly? What should you do if you contract this terrible monstrosity?
That's easy.
Get a doctor.
Duh.
Well, that's easy enough. But what are the symptoms? That might help our viewers.
Well, you see, you'll develop flu-like symptoms. Say, fever, headache, chills, weakness, and swollen, tender lymph glands. These are called buboes. That's where it gets its name from. Bubonic. Back to you guys.
Thank you. I would like to say one last thing. Thank you for watching BTTP News. See you next week.